Hey Zai.
What?
What video are we doing today?
The tour of the new boat.
The tour of the new boat. Let's go. Okay guys, as I said, today we're gonna do a tour of my brand new boat. Now this is a 2015 BassCat Cougar. It's my first ever BassCat. So I wanted to take a couple weeks to get used to the boat before I made this video. So now I can kind of give you guys a tour of everything, show you everything that's on it. I really do love this boat. So let's go and let's check it out. Okay, so lots of cool features on this boat. We're gonna walk to the front, have Zai follow me with the camera, and I'm gonna kind of show you what I like about it. So first of all, this boat has a beautiful trailer. This boat is actually 6 years old and there's no rusting to be found. The trailer looks still in new condition, which is very rare. Now, if you follow me around here, one of the things I really love because I'm getting old is this step right here. It's super nice when you're taking it out of the water, putting it back in the water. If you just want to climb up in the boat, you can just step right up here and get right in. So super nice feature. Now you can also see here we have an aftermarket second set of steps, and this here also allows you to step on and then you can get into the boat really easily. So for someone who has a hard time climbing in the boat, this is a great setup. I absolutely love it. Now the next thing I want to point out, and to me it's like a must-have nowadays, is this Minn Kota Ultrex. Minn Kota has been around forever, super trusted in the trolling motor game, and this Ultrex has some amazing features that are sure to help you catch more fish, which is one of the reasons that I bought this boat. Now this Ultrex is a 112, meaning it's a 36-volt system requiring 3 batteries, but it's got 112 pounds of thrust, so it can cut through just about anything, which is a great feature. And it also has spot lock, so when you're out in that deep water chasing those deep water fish, it'll keep you in place and you can have your freedom to cast around and catch those fish out in that deep water. So you can see if you don't have anything to help lock this in, this trolling motor will just bounce. If you're on rough water, that is how you break these bad boys, and they are not cheap, so you don't want to break them. So a little small investment that the previous owner had on this boat, which is super awesome. If you watch this go in here, it's super cool. Just locks right in, and then you can't lift it up until you open this latch right here to put it up. So one of the things I really love about this boat is the color scheme. It's got awesome flake in it. It's red, like gunmetal gray. It's super awesome. And that pattern is all the way throughout the boat. It's got a really sick overall color and overall design. So just the cosmetics of this boat are super cool. Not to mention it comes with aftermarket rims, and these aftermarket rims are super sick. They match the boat, which I definitely love. It also came with really new tires, so that was an awesome perk as well. Right here, the steps are awesome, makes it super easy getting in and out of the boat. They have little traction pads all over the wheel wells right here, and it really makes it easy to jump in and out when you have passengers with you or anything like that. So that's a great feature as well. You can see this step is heavily used. So we continue on the outside here, guys. You're gonna see this has 8-foot power pole blades, and it's got dual blades. So right here, both sides, very awesome feature, really nice for shallow water fishing. As you can see, there's some weeds right there, so I was fishing in the shallows. Now let's talk about the motor. The Mercury 250 Pro XS direct injection 2-stroke. This is one of my favorite outboards. Absolutely love the Pro XS model. Works extremely well. Gets up really great on plane. Just an absolutely phenomenal motor. Another sick feature about this boat is this Fury 4-blade prop. Now, a 4-blade prop is critical if you want great control in the water. So this prop is super awesome. Now, before we jump inside and I show you some of the other cool features, I just want to tell you guys, this boat is an absolute rocket. The previous owner told me he had it all the way up to 80 miles per hour, which is crazy fast on the water. Now, I don't think you're going to see me going that fast in this boat because, I mean, that's scary fast. But if I was in a tournament situation, it's nice to know that I at least have the horsepower and the speed to catch up to those other tournament guys or to blow past them if I need to get to the spot. So speed is good. Maybe not that much speed. All right, guys, let's hop inside and show you all the cool features on the inside of this BassCat. So starting right here in the back, one feature I really have come to like. Most boats don't have any kind of gas spring here, so when you're trying to work back here, this lid is always falling down on you. Well, BassCat was smart enough to make the hinges where this thing actually comes completely off like this, and you can get down here and you can work on anything that needs to be worked on. So just to kind of point everything out to you here, guys, I have a Minn Kota system. You can see my batteries are actually fully charged. And I have 3 deep cycle batteries, a cranking battery, and then I have 2 pumps in here. These pumps are actually power pole pumps, and that's for those poles that you see on the back over here. Now, there are 2 tanks on this boat, and I'll show you in a minute how cool this is, but there's one tank here, and then there's another tank right over here. And this one is an oil reservoir. If you own a 2-stroke, you're gonna get used to using this thing a lot because they eat a lot of oil. Okay guys, one of the unique things about BassCat is the shape of their live well lid. So most live wells are actually square. Let's take a look inside and see what these live wells look like. Look how deep that is, guys. My whole arm can't even reach all the way to the bottom of this live well. Super deep. It's got a nice divider in there. And so it makes for a very good tournament boat because those fish have lots of space to have oxygen rolling through the boat. So live wells, huge thumbs up on the BassCat design. Now this is one area of the BassCat boat that I actually am not a huge fan of. I preferred my Triton setup. So if you look in here, you can see that these boxes are kind of just all over the place. Well, in my last Triton, they had boxes built in that had slots that would hold the boxes so they wouldn't rattle around and go all crazy while you're driving. So that's one thing I'm not a huge fan of. The nice thing is there's a lot of space in here. So you can get, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you can get like 10 3700 size boxes in here. So that is a huge benefit to have more storage space. Same thing here on the other side, same size compartment. You can see I've got flares, some tournament stuff, box of frogs, hoodie, just some extra stuff on that side, but same size storage on both sides in the back. Okay guys, these seats are second to none. I have ridden in a lot of bass boats. These seats are so comfortable when you're driving, and the design of BassCat is awesome because as you can see, it looks like I'm sitting in a chair. I'm actually sitting upright. Well, in most bass boats, you're sitting down here like this in the floor. So this is a really nice design. It allows for more cockpit space, so you have a lot of room to be able to do stuff down here. Let's say you land a fish, you're culling, you're rigging, anything like that. So this space with this seating is super nice. Big ups to BassCat on this design. As you can see here, we'll lift this up. We've got a cooler down here. So you can see the other cooler right here. So lots of space to put anything you want in here, drinks, Gatorade, water, whatever you need. Put ice in both of those and you have everything handy right there. Now you can see here, right above that cooler is just a little storage space. So it's just a space to use stuff that you're gonna use every day. And so it's just a nice little storage space. Usually your wallet, your keys, whatever might go in there. So something oddly enough, I just found out yesterday on this boat. As I was sitting in here and kind of rigging and messing around, I looked and I saw these straps. And I was like, I wish there was more storage around the seats. Check that out. Lift up the cushion, there's a whole bunch of storage underneath there. So if you want to store, whether it's, suntan lotion or sunscreen or tournament stuff, any of that, both the passenger and the driver side actually have that lift up storage, which is super nice. Guys, this right here is actually called a hot foot. So this is a gas pedal for a boat. So basically what you do is you put the throttle forward, and once you do that, you just use this as a gas pedal to slow down, speed up, however you want to go. That way you can actually have two hands on the steering wheel, and that's going to make you a much safer driver. You'll see here that this boat is 100% digital buttons. So everything on here can be functioned by pressing a button. And I'll show you guys the other side, which is a really cool feature. Another really cool thing here, you guys can't see it because the motor is not running, but you can see here, there's a left and a right fuel tank. So I can actually toggle back and forth between my fuel tanks using one or the other. But I love this dashboard. It's super nice, super easy, and these lights all light up, letting you know exactly what function you're using on the boat. I talked to you guys about power poles. You can see there are switches all over this boat. I have switches here. I have another set of switches over there, and then I'll show you the one up there as well. My favorite inside feature of the boat. Guys, I am a Humminbird nut. I love Garmin LiveScope, but Humminbird side imaging is incredible. I'm gonna take this cover off. You can see I've already got it on. But this setup is amazing, guys. When you are side imaging, this 12-inch helix shows you absolutely everything. As you can see, the side imaging just started coming up. You can tell I was just doing that on the lake. But this unit is phenomenal. And not only is there one here, but there's also one up front right here as well. So dual 12-inch helixes is super sick. So let's show you guys these compartments. I'm gonna show you how big these things are. So guys, just a quick pro tip. You don't want these covers flying off. These things are like 40 bucks each. So grab some kind of a wrapped thing like this. Basically, it's just a elastic wrap that you can put on there. It's gonna help hold that cover on. That way when you're trailering down the highway, these expensive covers don't go flying off your boat. So another cool function of this boat is having the option to take out the dual console. You can see I don't have it in here because it takes up a lot of space right here. So I like having that open space. And it's also got a nice setup for your co-angler. There's also little slots here for your rods. And then if you look over here, there's also a little bungee that can come up. It goes right over your rods and you can strap them in so they're not going anywhere. Okay, in here, guys, you can see I have all my plastics right in here, and I haven't even come close to filling this. You kind of pan out, you can see that there's so much room left in here. Storage is a big thing, guys. If you are a bass angler, storage is probably one of the biggest things. I mean, honestly, any angler, you want to have a lot of cavernous storage areas to make sure that you can store all of your stuff, because if you get one that's too small, you're gonna get really frustrated when your box are all on top of each other and you end up not being able to bring everything you need on the water. So big compartments is a big plus. So guys, this right here is another compartment. I'm using it just for some of my extra plastics. I've got my terminal tackle in here. I've got some extra line. And this over here is actually what you call a day box. So if there's a certain plastic or a certain bait you're using, or if you have drinks, you can throw them right in this day box. Nice and convenient and easy to get to while you're up here on the trolling motor. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you guys those other power pull buttons that I was talking about. The last owner was pretty smart and made a custom bracket for them, which is really cool. And then I'll show you guys the bracket also for the 12-inch helix that's on here, which means I can get my Garmin live scope on here without having to buy a new bracket, which is awesome because they're like 200 bucks. So there's the bracket and the other power pull buttons. You can see normally those would be on the deck over here somewhere. They'd be installed. That's what those screw holes are for. But he was smart and he put an aluminum plate in there, and that way they were out of the way, not on the deck, and still in great reach for your feet. You can see there's the other 12-inch helix with the wrap on it so the cover doesn't fly off. And then you have the Ultrex pedal up here as well. That's the mount that I'm talking about. You can see that I can put my Garmin live scope right there. So it's super nice that it came with that. Pretty standard rod straps here. Nothing too crazy. Pretty much the same on every boat. But the nice thing is it does have the deck length, so you can have nice long rods on here without them sticking out everywhere. Now there's something I want to show you guys that I'm actually not a huge fan of. It's just kind of an inconvenience. And I haven't really seen it on many other boats, but if you look down here, there's actually two latches. So there's one front latch and one back latch. So it's not really quick to get in these side compartments. Thankfully, I don't keep anything in these side compartments, but I want to show you how cavernous they are. I mean, I can literally crawl down inside of here and lay down in the compartment, and Zai can go ahead and shut that right on top of me. That is incredible. Okay, Zai, you gotta help me get out of here. All right, guys, so I'm not gonna show you the other side. It's literally a carbon copy, big, cavernous, wide open storage. Well, guys, thanks for tuning into this video. Tour of my brand new to me 2015 BassCat Cougar. This is a very nice boat. I'm looking forward to breaking it in the rest of the season. I actually have a tournament very soon, so definitely looking forward to get out on the water again in this beast. I have not tested big rough water yet, so I have a Sturgeon Bay tournament next month. That's going to be interesting, and I'll let you guys know how she rides. But as always, guys, please go down below. If you have any questions on the boat, drop me a comment, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos. We'll see you guys on the next one.